So Clay, I had a long day today. I really did.
Talk to me. What happened?
So I had a situation where one of the guys, he came back and said some stuff to me, and I found out what he said to me was said to the other girl, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be in nothing like this. I cannot believe you said something like that."
Pause. Time out.
What?
Time out. Am I in a love triangle?
No.
You sure about that? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's you, me, and
who?
Matthew.
Oh, Matthew. No. Are you serious? The quiet guy that walks around here, don't talk to nobody? The one with the glasses on? That Matthew? Oh, girl, come on. Now you can't have me and Matthew in the same competition, man. I'm Clay, that's why. Clay do not compete with somebody like that. Now, if it was Drake or Jay-Z or something like that, yeah. But Matthew? Are you serious? You know what? You're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna regret it. Because you need to be with me.
I'm so sorry.
The Clayster.
No,
Matthew, I can't believe this woman put me in the same category as Matthew. Now she's over there choking. Why is she choking? I do not know. But she be alright. I told you you're gonna regret it. I told you. But you don't want to listen to me. Call me when you made your decision. I'm out. Deuces. Cry.
He keeps it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KoEd family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's going on, KoEd Ken, folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video, Kourtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife right here.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
That's right. This right here is Kourtney and Eddie. The channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews and entertainment. It's all about famous jokes and rants also. So tonight, we're doing our first video of the new season of Love is Blind. Parts 1, well, not parts, but episode 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Yes.
So if you're brand new to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure that it says subscribe, okay? Make sure that you like this video if you like it. You know, we like to have a good time over here. And make sure that you comment. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. What y'all feel about this season of what y'all feel about this season of Love is Blind, child? 2 minute loves, 2 minute episodes, 2 minute shows. Okay, they all conglomerate together.
That's word.
Yeah, it is now if it ain't. So let's just go ahead and get into it, you guys. Don't forget that we do have a members only tier. We have another tier. Make sure y'all sign up for that because we're gonna be putting out behind the scenes, you know, bloopers and all that stuff or whatever, and then go live a couple of times. All right, you guys. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So you got
this is episode 1.
Yes, episode 1 is called the How
You Love Her.
Yeah.
How You Love Her?
How Love.
That's How I Love or Love Her?
I love.
Why you got the extra V on there?
I don't know. Child, don't really worry about my writing. Worry about your own. Worry about your own.
Extra love EV. That's what it says. Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, this episode 1. Okay, so I'm gonna, try to put the pictures of the people, but I'm gonna try to put the pictures of the ones that's kind of coupling up right now, because don't make no sense to put one here and one there. And y'all know they be kind of all over the place in the first, 1 or 2 episodes. Really, is when they link up and when they go on their little trips and stuff like that. That's when they kind of get more of, everybody kind of together. All right, so you got the singles. You know what I'm saying? So far, I like it. What you feel about it so far? Episodes 1 and 2 we don't watch, and I'm feeling it so far.
Yeah. This season started off, to me, my opinion, it started off with a pretty good bang. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised that the first episode held my attention throughout the whole episode. 'Cause I usually when in the pause and stuff, I kind of like, ugh, meh. But this episode 1 and 2 held my attention, and I was impressed so far. So far, so good.
Yep. So you got the singles that are mingling and everything. So of course they come in the pods, out the pods, in and out the pods. They try to find out who they connect with, who they like, who they feeling, who ain't. And so it seemed like Amber. Her name is Amber AD, also known as AD. So yeah, she's making connections, and she's making connection with Matthew. She is, but unfortunately, nobody else is.
And Matthew came off to me like a jerk.
A big one.
Yeah, one woman, I forget who he was talking to. She was asking him a question. He walked out. He got a list of questions, right? And he said, pick the question, from like 1 through 15. Pick the question, and somebody might pick 12. Yeah, pick the number. Somebody might say number 12. So he asked him number 12 question, and then I think somebody asked him the same question back to him. He said, I didn't come here to be questioned. Not with my own question.
That's not how this go.
Yeah. Hey, Matthew. Then one woman, she was talking about love and butterflies and stuff. He got up and walked out, and she was still talking.
Because she seemed like she was going on and on and on and on and on, and he was just like.
And Matthew seemed like he has this closed off, distant personality, and I said, okay, I ain't gonna lie, I like how he was moving. It's just me. I like how he was moving.
I didn't like his rudeness.
Well, he was like straight to the point. He ain't got time for all that BS. Like straight to the point. Now, yes, he was rude. He was abrasive. Don't get me wrong. He was real rude and abrasive. But yeah, he's a straight shooter.
So
somewhat.
So Matthew is connecting with AD. Like I said, it seemed like he ain't connected with nobody because it just started off so rough. But it seemed like, when he hear her voice and she listened to him, it just seemed like they got an instant connection. I don't really know how, but it seemed like they do.
I think she was patient with him too.
And then he seems to be a little softer with her. I don't know if it's her voice or the words that she's saying, but yeah, he seems to just be vibing with her. But AD, the female Amber, she also has a connection with Clay.
Sucker punk Clay. That's right. That's
what?
Sucker punk Clay. Because he is so full of himself, in my opinion. He seems like he could be an okay dude, man, but his personality, man, and you can tell he's a ladies man. You can tell he played the field. She
can tell that too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just hoping he's there for the right reason.
Don't make that forward, Chad.
Well, the Clay says, "Who you got, sucker punk? Your whole city fell on your head."
Live in New York this Saturday night. So, but yeah, so Clay is being Clay, and like she can feel that he kind of giving her player vibes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she goes back into where all the ladies are convening and everything, and she was like, what, I'm kind of Clay. I can kind of tell he a little player and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying. I really kind of connected with Matthew. They were like, hold up,
like the other reality show. Hit the record and scratch.
Oh yeah.
Matthew, yeah, she connected with Matthew. No, not the same Matthew that cut me off and walked out on me. Yeah, that Matthew. That Matthew? You sure you're not talking about Matthew from the Bible? No, Matthew that's on the show. Yeah, a lot of people were surprised.
So the guys also is kind of shunning Matthew because he is being different, distant to himself, not really conversing with people. He's just kind of like in his own world, reading his books, his notes, and all that stuff.
Why I like being that way. I like being in my own little world. Even though I'm around a lot of people, I just like being in my own little world. I just do. And so I can kind of relate to Matthew on that.
So also in this episode, because I'm going to try to go in the order of the show, Amy and Johnny are connected. Now, I'm going to put a picture of them in here, but Amy and Johnny are connected, and you're going to kind of see their interaction throughout, this episode. But yeah, they seem to be feeling each other. She likes to travel. Well, she has traveled. She's traveled to Japan. It seemed like he's into anime. She's into anime.
Right. I was when they said anime, that pricked my ears. I said, y'all watch Naruto? Man, that's a lot of Naruto to watch, man. I'm telling Naruto has so many episodes, man. You got your regular Naruto, you got Naruto Shippuden, then you got Boruto. That's a lot of anime to watch and keep up with, man. But I'm impressed when they say Naruto. But y'all should have been watching Bleach. They should have been watching Bleach, and they should have been watching Attack on Titans. That's another good anime, and you should be watching that too, man. But yeah, man, when they say anime, that's my lane there. Yeah.
Well, good for you. So it seems as though, he kind of grew up with his family. They were close and everything. And she grew up as the only child. So she came to Puerto Rico when she was like 5 years old. She really didn't have friends. And she really didn't connect with a lot of people at school. It was to the point where her dad had to invite the people from the church to her birthday party. And she said he still gets emotional about that because
she gets emotional about it.
I thought she said her dad also gets emotional.
Yeah, they both get emotional about it because like she was about to cry.
Yeah.
And it was like a little a language barrier with her too.
Yeah.
It was hard for her to learn the language over here. So it was a struggle when she first got here.
Good, but
yeah.
I know she was just 5 years old.
It was a struggle, and she had a real sympathetic, upbringing. I think the stories she told about herself.
Also 2 years later, her mom got pregnant and she told God, listen, I want a brother child. I don't want no sister be got to fight for no clothes and stuff. End up, she had a brother. And he ended up being autistic and on the spectrum, autistic and some else, some other stuff. Autism. Autism. But ain't it autistic?
Yeah,
artistic. I wasn't saying art.
Okay.
Artistic.
Some
I
people
was
say
saying artistic.
last time they said it's not that they not no artists. I said, okay, we get it.
I know.
We get it.
If you know what I'm saying. If I'm saying,
I know what you're saying, but you got some people out there.
Yeah, I'm saying artistic. I'm trying to say artistic. I may have said artistic, but I meant autistic. So yeah. So let's see. Clay, let's go back to Clay and AD. So, they in the pod, they flirting a lot and stuff like that or whatever. So, but you'll see the picture. I was going to say, those that don't watch the show, give you some context. They both are black, but you'll see the pictures in here.
Say what?
So, yeah, you didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so let's see. AD is also connecting with Matthew. So it seemed like this was the AD and Matthew and Clay show. So yeah, she's connected with him. It seemed like he a hard shell, but she's getting to him. He's feeling her. She asked him what's his favorite music genre.
I know why she asked him that, because she didn't really want to come out and ask him, are you white or black? So if I can kind of figure what kind of music you listen to, I can kind of gauge who
That's
you
what
are.
I think she said.
I did.
I
guarantee you, if he said country.
Well, I think she knew he was white, but I think she wanted him to know
that she was black.
That's
what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
And because she didn't want to come out and say it, or but she was like, okay, it's a good way to bring up race without bringing up race.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Smart.
And,
she's a smart girl. You know them eyelashes way too thick and too big. Tries tan your eyes up. I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Okay. And so when he asked her what kind of music you like, she was like, I like R&B and hip hop. I guess he probably knew, majority of the time, it's going to be a black person. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, but majority of the time.
If they thought, I like a little hip hop and country and that, maybe you can count.
Right.
But if you say hip hop, R&B, you keep, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I like hip hop, R&B, voodoo music.
Or Sexy Red, Cardi B.
Oh, no. A lot of people.
I know.
Yeah, like that. Not just black people.
Unfortunately, with Sexy Red, that is true.
Here's all you need. Every time I hear that song, I think about that little girl.
Hey, that's so sad. Not funny at all.
No, not at all.
He said that, every time he in her presence, he gets nervous, but he feels comfortable at the same time.
That was smooth. For somebody just kind of awkward like Matthew, that was a smooth line.
Matthew is a financial advisor. Okay, you got to make sure you know I'm in their world all day long, so you got to make sure you know how to sell.
You know what it sounds like to me? I could be wrong, so if I offend you, I'm sorry before I say this. Financial advisors, like you said, they got sales stuff, right? Sound like used car sales, because they got to sell you a product. So they're going to try to...
They're selling you their services.
Right. It's still a product, baby. Their service is a product. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh. Anywho, so what I'm trying to get at, they're going to pick and prod to get to know you, so they know what angle to come at. You know what I'm saying? Come to you at, So that's why he said something. Your dad alive, so he can ask.
He's a senior financial advisor
So
too.
he knows how to wiggle his way around to sell you something.
So yeah, he's very calculated. I would say he's very calculated. So yeah, he sat there. Anyway, I'm mad at Matthew at what he did.
But he's calculated, but he had a misstep.
Yep, but it's some stuff I want to say anyway, but we're gonna get to that. So it seemed as though, he said that stuff and she like, oh,
Can I say something before you go any further? Let me say this. That's it.
you got to push me.
Yeah, I do, because you talk a lot.
I know you lie.
I need a haircut, girl. Why you do that to me?
You should be talking about I talk a lot.
I need a haircut. Yes, y'all. I'm going bald. I used to get my head shaved, and I got to get a haircut.
Oh, wait a minute. That's that extra hair.
Yeah, that was a weed. But anyway, what I was about to say is that even I thought they was going to tone it down this season, but you can still see some over exaggerations.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I still see it when they laugh. I was like, come on, that joke ain't that funny. They be laughing so hard and so long.
Ooh.
I forgot they was either Amy or somebody. I was like, come on, girl, that joke is not that funny. So they put a little too much sauce on their acting sometimes.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the only turn off about this show. Let it be natural, man. You don't have to do all the other extra stuff. I'm done.
Oh, okay. So let's see. So yeah, she said she feel the same way. She said, I'm not. Let's see. Oh yeah, he was saying something about he a country boy, she a city girl. She not used to stuff like that or whatever. So anyway, they was feeling just. So let's move on to Jimmy and Jessica. I know you got to look at your picture. So Jimmy and Jessica. Jessica is looking for a husband because she needs somebody. But she said the child's father's in her life, but she needs some help with her 10-year-old child because she is an executive assistant, and she says she wants to be live that soft life. So she looking for her man that can take care of her. That's my opinion.
Here's my opinion about Jessica. I understand she didn't want to come out, at the beginning, telling people that she had a child,
which I think was wrong.
And that's why I'm about to say I think she should have came out with that. Don't hide that, because you get somebody sucked into you, then you drop that bomb on like she did Jimmy. Now Jimmy is shook. Now he said, "Man, you should have led with that."
Yep.
You don't know how I'm gonna react. If you said, "Yeah, I got a child," I still may want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't give me. You took that opportunity away from me because you didn't tell me.
Right.
Now you want to tell me after we got a little invested into one another. Now you're gonna drop that bomb on me.
Right.
Now, should I trust you now?
Right.
I'm just saying. So yeah, I think she was wrong for that.
You acting a little extra like people on the show. Should I trust you now? So anyway, in the beginning when they all were sitting down and before they went into parts and stuff like that, what I'm saying, Jessica said that she had a 10-year-old child, she missed her child, so forth. So I don't even know why she came on the show, child, because she couldn't even keep it together. But she said that I think it may have been Nick or Vanessa asked was she gonna tell the people. She said no, she normally don't tell them because she wants them to get to know her. No,
that's
baby,
wrong,
baby,
man.
you and your child are one. Like they can't get to know you without your child. How you gonna cut me off and then tell me to hold up?
She the one said we're a package deal. You remember when she said that?
Mm-mm.
I forgot she told Jimmy that we're a package deal. So if you're a package deal, you need to lead off with that.
Right.
I'm sorry. I just had to get that in there before I forget.
Yeah, that right there was crazy to me because I was like, girl, you can't do nobody like that. It's anyway,
calm down.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot. But anyway, so because it's certain stuff you won't want a man to do you like that. You know what I'm saying? We watched that other show where that man didn't tell his wife that he had 4 children. So you won't want nobody to do you like that because you got to be able to engage and judge correctly because you're gonna be a stepmama in some kind of facet or be around that child. And is that something you want, especially if you don't have kids? So that's
that was, to me, that was dead wrong.
Yeah. Let's see. But she did say that, when she told him about her child, she said that, the dad in their life, and she kind of gave the story of her and her child's father were high school sweethearts. And of course, they dated, they was together like 5 years, and she ended up getting pregnant, and he's still in her life. Their relationship did not work, but he's still in her life. He's a good parent, and they co-parent together. So I guess she ain't saying I ain't looking for nobody to help take care of my child. My child has a father, but to me, she got, I want a husband, and then she gonna tell her child that mom, basically this is what she was saying, mama, go back and get her a husband. I'm so excited. You gonna have bring a man home. What do you think you should? I don't think she should have said that.
Yeah, here's the thing with that too. You're saying your child's father is still a good dad and still in that child's life, right? Which is good. But some men don't want to put, some men you trying to date don't want to put up with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to put up trying to compete with the child's father, because you don't know, some guys might not be secure enough saying, yeah, they still doing something together, they pretty close. So that's why I'm saying you should start off by saying, I have a child,
Right.
and her father's still in her life, and they still have a good relationship, So let that man make that choice. Because to be honest with you, as you get older, you don't feel like dealing with that extra drama. You don't know if this man, he might be a good father, but how is that man's gonna react when you find a new man? Is he gonna be cool with it, or is he gonna start tripping? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? This man don't know. So yeah, but some guys, man, shoot.
Yeah.
How old's the child? 10 years, right? 2 years old. Yeah. So yeah, you never know.
So let's move on to Jimmy's. Also, has a good connection with Chelsea.
Dang, Jimmy, boy, he be striking out, man. Because every woman you dealt with, I won't say baggage, but it got a pass. Okay, and she was what, married?
She was married before Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait a minute. I'm saying, I know this production telling them tell him everything on this day, because he just feel beat down. He was like, golly, I just came out of one situation. Now you telling me that you was previously married before and everything.
Yeah,
so
New York gonna fall on you. You keep moving around.
I don't think I'm rubbing up against. So anyway, she said, I want to go ahead and tell you that I was married before, and I think there was theirs that she got married when she was they got married, I think 18 years old, and that lasted 5 years. And so they were high school sweethearts.
Man, but after hearing that, if I was Jimmy, after hearing 2 back-to-back bombs dropped on me, I went to producers like, you know what? This ain't for me, dog, because I don't want to go to the third one, because I don't know what the third one's going to be all about. So I'm going to go ahead and deuce out of here, man.
He said, well, he said, it doesn't scare me, but I just had another bomb dropped on me today by somebody else. She said, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
Which is imagine Jimmy went to the third part, to a third woman. I got another bomb. I got a bomb to tell you, Jimmy. He said, I already went through 2 women. What bomb do you got to drop on? Answer the word bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. What bomb? What other bomb you got to drop on me now? I used to be a man. Cause Jimmy, to me, he seemed like he having bad luck.
Yeah, he did. He said that he's not scared of that. But he said it's just been a lot today. He said that he's trying to collect his thoughts, and he doesn't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction. I was like, why you say that? What did you say that for?
What was wrong with that?
Why? Because at that moment she started to tear up and put her shoes back on and get up out of there. Because if somebody tell you, hold up, I don't want to lead nobody in the wrong direction, he's saying, hold up, I don't want to move too fast, because he said I can't fall in love quick. And so I think he was saying, okay, you telling me this, I don't want you to think that I'm falling for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and she was like, well, you don't, if you like somebody, you like them, stuff like that. He said, hold up, I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? So he had to kind of pull back on that. I was like, it was a little bit confusing. So why would you say I don't want to lead nobody in the wrong direction unless you come by somebody else? So I don't understand that.
Well, you got to give Jimmy some grace, man. He had 2 dynamite bombs dropped on him back to back. One woman he was digging had a baby she didn't tell him about. The other woman was married. He didn't know that. So, but a lot to digest.
But let's be honest. Chelsea is how old? If you look over there on your phone now, How old is she?
Hmm.
Chelsea. So, but that happened when she was 18, and you know what I'm saying, what, 23, that she was, pretty much,
She's 31.
yeah, done with it. So I didn't understand why that was such a bombshell to say that somebody was previously married.
Yeah.
Ain't like we coming in here 21 years old.
But apparently he looking at, well, I'm like, wow, Jimmy. Jimmy is 28. Jimmy said, I'm 28. I never been married. So apparently he was expecting the same thing for the woman.
I don't know. But now that child situation with Jessica, yes, I totally agree. Yeah, that's a bombshell. So anyway, so Chelsea's also connecting with, what's his name, Trevor.
Yeah, I like Trevor.
Trevor is talking, talking to her, getting to know her, and he's just kind of talking about his past and stuff he's been through, and he kind of was close to being married before, and he asked her, has she ever been close to being married? She said, "Child, I was married." He said, "What?"
Trevor reminds me of Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm,
You never seen a movie back in the 80s, Conan the Barbarian?
I think so. I just don't remember it like that.
Yeah.
So she said, he said, "What?" She said, "Wait a minute, I didn't tell you." He said, "No, I don't think you told me that." She said, "Yeah, I was married before. I enjoy being a wife. I like being a wife. But
Why
it just didn't."
why did they get divorced then?
She
Did she say?
I think she said that it just didn't work out.
Mm.
I guess they just went their separate ways. She said, but she's not resentful or anything. He cool people and stuff like that. So they fine, they cool. He said, okay, well that's good. As long as y'all ain't got no resentment, y'all cool. And she was like, yeah. He said, she said, I told somebody else that. It was like, ooh. And he was like, I don't know what other people expect. Like, you 30 years old, like you gonna live and have a relationship. It ain't like you kissing somebody for the first time or something. Like, what people have a past and stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
so
People
it was
have
like,
past.
so it is what it is. So they shouldn't be tripping. So but yeah, he did say that. So now let's move on to AD and Clay. So let's get back to them. So you want to talk about this? So Clay was pretty much talking about himself. They getting to know each other and all that stuff, whatever. So he wants to take it to the next level, and so he want to ask her, hey, I don't want to ask nobody to marry. I understand love is blind, they say, and stuff like that, but I don't want to ask nobody to marry me without kind of knowing what they look like and stuff. And what he said, baby?
Basically, what he said, he asked her, "What do you look like?" Basically, he said, "I understand it's all about how a person is, and it's all about what's inside that person, but the outside counts too." And that kind of turned AD off, because she was saying we came here to fall in love, because love is blind. Now he asking, about the physical. He asking about the outside. It's a turn off. And and like I said, Clay is a player, man. He's gonna go off the looks, man. To me, he keeps saying, "Well, it's not all about the looks." To me, I think it is with him.
Oh yeah.
So it was a turn off. To me, it's a red flag, And I understand looks do, matter. Looks are important. I get that. They are. But on this show, you trying to find out the person without the looks.
Right.
Then you can fall in love with the person, the looks gonna follow. Trust me, I haven't seen an ugly person on this show.
Right.
I haven't. So.
Yeah. And then too, you should have found another show or not come on it if you that concerned about the looks. You know what I'm saying?
It should have went to Red to Love.
For sure. So yeah, so he was like, she was like, well, what kind of preference do you have? He said, I like petite, big butt, full lips and all that stuff, whatever. And so she just really and truly wasn't willing to tell him how she looked, which I don't blame her, because now you trying to wonder if you fit in his idea of what you look like, and now I think it would have played into some of her insecurities. Right. So yeah, don't tell him nothing, honey.
Yeah. I think if he had said something about hair tight, skin tight, and she didn't match that, oh yeah, that would devastate her.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
Clay, I understand. Trust me, I get it. But if you felt that way, like you said, you should have went to a different show.
Yeah, for sure. So AD and Matthew. So she back with Matthew, honey, because that child Clay done made a man. So let's go on over here to Matthew. So she really and truly just want to start picking Matthew's head and just trying to see where his head is. So, of course, he's saying some sweet things to her. You know what I'm saying? I like you. I've been thinking about you. I want to see myself leaving with you. he said that she the only reason that he feel like he came here, and she gets emotional, she cries and stuff, and he said something that you my greatest accomplishment. Y'all, I'm telling you, honey, he is laying it on thick. Because when I first watched it, I was like, it's a bit much, but okay, He even said he want to call his mama and tell his mama, I done found her. I done found the one. But of course, they can't call nobody. So he asked her, was that a bad thing or something like that? And she was like, no, it's not a bad thing. He said that it that he was something about proposing to her, and all that stuff or whatever. So, of course, he was just landing on thick. So she asked him, is race and ethnicity important to you, And he was like, no, it's important to you and the wife. He was like, no, why? Why? She was like, no, just ask. I'm just asking, because that's when she was trying to pick his brain and see if her being a different race would be a problem. Because what's his name? Clay, what I'm saying? You see he care about looks.
Right.
What you finna say?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, because you in your head. So anyway, let's see. And she was just basically saying, you never know, because people may want, something in, specific. So she don't want to go, no more dates or nothing like that, because she is in love. She happy with being him. And so she was asking him how, I'm trying to see, is this the part? Oh yeah, he said, are you going to go and tell anybody? That's the part, you're going to go back and tell anybody today what happened. And she said, no, I'm just going to take it in and soak it in. That's when I think he was saying, I don't want her to go back and tell nobody what I said, because now it's finna come that I'm saying the same thing to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Yeah, that was a red flag right there. I didn't think about it after she went back to the ladies, the women quarters, and started talking to the other girl. Who was the other girl name?
Amber. That's probably why they call her AD.
Yeah, and after she told Amber, then it made sense why he told AD. He asked her that question about if you're gonna go tell anybody, because I get what he was trying to do, and he was trying to pick her brain, make sure she don't go back and run her mouth. But on the other hand, you got to change it up.
Yeah.
You cannot tell the same, or you cannot tell two different women the same thing verbatim. Mm-hmm. And basically that's what he did. Mm-hmm. And that's how he got caught. Mm-hmm. You can't do it, man. And like I said, he might be smart when it comes to finances and money, but when it comes to the streets, and the streets gonna eat him alive, man. The streets gonna eat him alive, because that's rude 1-on-1 when you try to be a player. You cannot tell different women the same thing. Even in a big city, you can't do that. He's telling two different women basically the same thing that lives in a little pod, little room. Of course they're gonna talk. Of course they're gonna cross paths. So yeah, he did it to himself.
He was also, I think, telling her about her dad, and all this stuff, whatever. So yeah,
he's just trying to pick her mind, then, so he can know which angle to kind of not attack her, but come in at. Because some women, they're close to their dad. If he said, you say, well, how your dad? Your dad. Oh, I love my dad. Oh, this and that. Oh, then he's okay. Now, well, I want to ask your dad his permission to marry you. And she's, so he was trying to pick her brain to see which angle to come at. That's why I think he asked what your dad was. So if the players smooth now. They real slick with it. Okay, like if I ask you your favorite color, that's your favorite color, pink, man. Man, such and such. I love pink. Then he's I like that's how you do it.
And see, that's why they tell you, ladies, don't be posting all your stuff on that Facebook, and then that guy go over there and he find out what you like to eat, restaurants, all that stuff, and then when y'all go on a date, then he gonna be saying the same stuff that's on your Facebook post.
Huh? That's how guys read women. Like if you're a dog, if a woman's a dog person, then he finds out she's a dog person. Oh, baby girl, I love. I just go to the animal shelter to get these dogs and stuff. Oh, you're a dog person, and so he got her. So that's what I think Matthews was trying to do when he asked AD about her father.
So the next day, Amber. So Amber is the other. So it's like Amber and the other girl. They all got a kind of close connection. So Amber, AD, and Amber are talking, and so Amber was basically telling AD, Matthew, because AD has not told Amber who she is in the pod connected with. And so Amber was telling AD that, Matthew was, he said some sweet things to me. He said something about, if it was possible, we could just go and run away today. He asked about my dad and would my dad be okay. I would like to ask my dad, can I marry you? And saying the exact same things. And Amber was like, AD was like, really? Huh? And she was shocked because it was so like he had wrote it down in that little book he got to say Matthew. He had wrote it down and he was reading from it.
Yes, AD, he was trying to play you and Amber, So if Amber would never say anything, AD would never know anything what Matthew was saying.
Exactly.
So, y'all, he been playing both of y'all, man. So that's why women, ladies, you got to be careful, man, because these guys can play you. They really can, And Matthew, he looks so awkward. He doesn't even fit the mold of a player. But guess what? I said it once before. Players don't need to have all that swag. Players can be just little quiet, innocent looking ones. Those the ones are real sneaky. And Matthew, he's a sneaky one. That's a straight up player, man. He could have got away with it if it weren't from the Maryland kids. The Maryland kids. Snoopy Doo, not Snoopy Doo. God, Snoopy Doo. I put Snoopy and Scooby together.
I got you.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah. So Jeremy in the next one, he's 31 years old. So he is in the pod. He grew up in chaos, and so he said that he missed chaos. I thought that was a red flag because you know what I'm saying. Some people like drama, and they grew up in it. They're used to it, and they like it in their life. So I wouldn't want to be with nobody like that. But anyway, so he's connected with,
You see me, yeah,
Jeremy. I ain't put him in there.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeremy. So yeah, he's connected with Laura. She's 33 years old now. What happened was when she came in the pod, he said Sarah. And she said, no. He said, oh, okay. This Laura. Oh, Laura, I knew that was you. I was just playing, girl. I was just playing. I knew you wasn't Sarah. I know your voice, and you was Laura. I know. She said, no, I think you wasn't playing. No, I was playing. I'm just messing with you, girl. I was messing with you. So yeah.
Bruh, really? You gonna go with I was just playing? You call this woman the wrong name. You just playing.
Yep.
Come on, man. You just got caught. You got caught and busted, man. Just keep it real. You say, hey, I made a mistake. I assumed Sarah was walking in, and I called you the wrong thing. Cause if you said that, hey, I could trust you more.
Right.
Now you saying, you've been honest. Now you lying, man. So yeah. But he did say he liked chaos.
Right. The thing is that Laura was like, no, I think I'm the second choice, and I think Sarah was his first choice.
Yeah, he came to her. Yeah.
But then Sarah came in, and he was like, man, I called somebody else your name and stuff like that. Ooh, man. She was like, no. He said, yeah, man. I thought that was you. He was honest with her. I thought
that's
that
why
was you.
He was lying to Laura then, man.
Yep.
So come on, man. Bro, whatever.
But anyway, they talk and, have a conversation, all that stuff, whatever. But anyway, but it seemed like he is feeling Sarah more. So let's see. Him and Sarah talk about their future, moving in. I feel like that Jeremy is a little player because he was like, I got a 4-bedroom house, she was like, because he was talking about moving in. She was like, well, I stay in an apartment. So she said, I'll move in with you. He said, well, I got a 4-bedroom house, but I'm renting it right now because I sold my other one. But I'm just trying to set the tone for my wife because I don't want her going into a house that somebody else was already in or I had previously. I want us to get a house together. So, I'm going to, go ahead and get all that stuff together and get everything together so we can just go and move in together. And she was like, oh.
He probably staying with somebody, man. Because
I said one person renting a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah, because why, if y'all going to get married after the show, why your wife can't move into your house? You know what I'm saying? Now, she got to stay in her place. You got to stay in your place until you get the house for both of y'all. That's what it sounded like he was trying to do. Because I'm assuming after you leave the show, y'all get married, she move in with him, but he don't want that. He
That's
don't
what
want
he
that.
said. He said he did.
He don't want.
He said you can move in with me,
Okay.
but he said
I
I'm renting.
Okay, I misheard.
He said I'm renting it right now, but he said that he does want to get a place to where they can move in
I
together.
misheard. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
So let's move on. So Amy and Johnny are dating, and so she was asking him as far as what is his biggest fears. I like them together. That's the ones that's gonna really and truly get engaged. And so her biggest fear is that that she won't have nobody to really, that her husband will not be accepting of her autistic brother, in all of his ailments, because her dad is the, what is it, like the
caretaker
for him right now. Mm-hmm. And so if he passes away, then it's going to be on her. She wants a supportive husband to say, listen, I got to be able to take care of my brother. So she gets emotional, kind of, tear up, because her brother is her world. Well, and, he kind of look at her as like, I wish I was like you,
Well, me having a brother that has autism, yeah, I can kind of see where she's coming from. And I'm glad she was upfront with that from the beginning. And, because some people are not willing to take that responsibility with their spouse. Some people say, it's a deal breaker. I can't put up with that. But I'm glad she said that. And some, that's her brother. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it. I know where she's coming from. I understand.
We've had those conversations.
Yeah, and my brother, he's like in his late 30s. He's non-verbal, and yeah, it makes me a little emotional. Yeah.
So, so let's see. AD was telling, I guess her name, the other girl. I don't know how to pronounce her name because they ain't talking about her much. It's a lot of people they ain't talking about here right now, but it's a bunch of people that's on this show, and they put them all on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
So she was telling her basically what Matthew was saying to Amber, and just basically how he trying to play her, and how I don't really want Clay like that, because Clay, he that type of dude that I'm used to, that player dude, that football player, all that stuff, whatever. And I don't want to go in that direction because I'm just used to that. I want something that I'm not used to.
But she's dealing with two players, man. She's dealing with Clay,
and she like it.
And Clay is the flamboyant, player with the swag and whatnot. And Matthew, he's the quiet, sneaky player. So you're still dealing with players, you know what I'm saying? So she's still drawing the same type of dudes.
Yeah. AD was telling, let's see. So AD is coming into pod. She telling Matthew, listen, I done heard some stuff that one of the girls done said, and you pretty much told her the same thing you done told me. So Amber was saying that, the exact same thing that you told me. And in that moment, to me, he was shocked, and he couldn't say nothing. He really truly couldn't say that.
Yeah, she caught him off guard. He probably said, dang on Amber.
Because Amber.
Yeah.
Because he told AD
not to say anything, basically.
Well, he told AD the day before, and I think he told Amber the next day. Right. So he told them a day apart.
And he probably said, dang, I didn't think Amber was going to speak, talk. Yeah, some women just can't hold water, man. Some people can't hold water. Let me put it that way.
That's true.
Yeah, and AD, she kept it close to the vest. But Amber said, she's a blubbermouth. So she spilled the beans, right. She spilled the beans. So Amber basically kind of saved AD.
Right.
And then Matthew, he was just caught. He was caught red-handed. You know what I'm saying? And he was. I think he was embarrassed. He was shocked. He was ashamed. And he was mad.
Mm-hmm. All of that. So he said he got, because Amber was mad. I mean, AD was mad. She went in there. She was a little heated and stuff like that. Like, we finna be done. And so he was like, well, let me tell you something. What did she say? And he said, well, I didn't tell her the exact same thing, because I ain't say nothing about what he said. I ain't say nothing about
us leaving.
Ready to meet my mom. I was ready to call my mama. And then I was like, what?
But like you said, he can't call nobody. So what did that mean? You know what I'm saying? So,
I ain't say that. And I didn't say that we can leave right now. I didn't say, but you said, regardless if you said it specifically like that, you said it. But anyway, she was still eating it up. He said, now, if it was up to me, we can leave together today. I want to be with you. I choose you. And she was like, oh.
I don't think he said it, but I don't think he meant it. Because Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because when he found out that Amber left,
You're right.
he was crushed, man.
Yeah.
He was crushed. So,
Yeah.
my thing is, if you gonna choose AD, and he found out Amber left, hey, she did. Hey,
Right.
my work is easy now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I know I got the one I want to be with. But when he found out that Amber left, he was like, dang, man. But yeah.
So so Clay is coming in the pod, and AD is excuse me, spilling her beans and basically saying, man, I done had a rough day because
The guy I had a connection with,
go ahead.
The guy I had a connection with, got a connection with somebody else. And Clay said, really? He said, who the guy is?
I mean a triangle,
right, triangle,
a love triangle.
Love triangle. He said, yeah. She said, yeah. He said, who the guy? She said, Matthew. He said, Matthew. You had to think about it for a minute. Matthew.
I don't know no Matthew.
He thought he dawned on him. That man don't say nothing. He don't talk to nobody. You talking about that Matthews? And she said, yeah. And he was like, his ego was, the brother ego was bruised. You hear me? He said, how in the heck I'm competing with somebody that's a mute? You know what I'm saying? He don't talk. He don't engage with nobody. I'm Clay. Now, if I was in a competition with somebody like what do you say the name? I forget what name it was. Like Drake. He said Drake. If I was in a competition with Drake or somebody like that, okay, that's different.
He said Drake.
Yeah, he did say Drake. So if I'm in a competition with Matthew, oh dog, no man, I am the Clay. Clay don't get down like that. So he was like irritated, and you could tell his pride was hurt because he started going off. And AD saw that and heard that. It was a turnoff to her.
He also said too, like, if you be with that dude, you're gonna regret it. Like, you're going to regret it.
Oh, dude, and to me that's a punk way to go. Don't bro, stand on your own 2 feet. If you feel like you can pull AD. You don't have to tear another dude down to do that.
He was saying, but I didn't like the the reverse psychology he played on AD. He did. She fell for it. She is real easy and falling for all these dudes tricks and.
You think she naive? Real naive.
She come out when she with the girls. I ain't with that. La, la, la. As soon as she get in there with this, she melt like butter. I'm saying, girl. But anyway, so he was like, man, I can't believe that, and you doing this and stuff like that. I don't even want to talk about nobody. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And then you say, you need to. And he was going off, and he made that girl feel bad. And she was like, I'm sorry. No, you ain't got to apologize for nothing like that.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I can see AD getting played. I can really see that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if she had low self-esteem or something's going on, because you're right. Because when she get around these guys, she just fall over. You know what I'm saying? But when she around the girls, boy, she all about their life,
But see, I remember she saying that her parents or somebody said something that she can't see red flags. Or it's like she see red flags, she'll paint her nails red or something to coincide with the red flag. So it's like she see it or she don't see it, but other people see it and she continue to go with it.
I think she got some childhood drama going on. She trying to find something in the real world, because
it's something.
There ain't no way you're going to have these guys trying to play in your face. And you see them playing in your face, and you still going along with it.
And then the fact, too, that Clay really sit up here trying to dog you because his ego got bruised, but he dogging you, basically saying, you with this dude over me?
You don't have no, basically saying, you ain't got no taste, man.
You ain't got no taste. See each other. And so, so she up there saying, I'm sorry. I mean, he apologized. It was just weird to me. It was just really weird. But anyway, so basically AD come back and tell Amber basically everything that Matthew, had said. And Amber was shook. Okay? She was really, truly shook. And she was hurt because she couldn't believe. She said, first of all, I wasn't trying to tell you the situation because I didn't even know you was with him. And I wouldn't try to do anything like that. I wouldn't try to hurt you. Mm-hmm. But I cannot believe he told you the same exact thing that he told me. Mm-hmm. And so, she was hurt. And she called him a jerk. And she said, you know what? This is not for me. I'm leaving.
So she removed herself from the process.
Yep.
Good.
Oh. So Clay tells the guys that, guess what? That dude over Matt, he is like a player. I am humble. Like he humbled me. Like he knocked me down. So I ain't thinking dude over here doing nothing, can get no girl. He quiet. He doing all this stuff. And he over here getting AD.
Maybe that's the reason why I like Matthew, because I was a quiet dude in high school, and a lot of people really didn't suspect me of being a player because I was quiet and meek and nice and smart in school. Don't mean I play. It's like this. Because you're a bad boy. Don't think all bad boys are just players. Okay, yeah, most bad boys are players, but don't discount the quiet guys. The quiet guys are just sneaky with theirs. They're not as flamboyant and outgoing, and just loud with they playing. The quiet guys, we do ours in the shadows, like ninjas. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, the body count adds up. So
did you ever put used to or something like that?
I guess I used to.
Yeah, okay. The quiet guys can't discount us because we that like them.
I said
you can say in your younger years.
In my younger years, yes. When I was my teens and my 20s, yes. The quiet guys, the ones you gotta watch out for,
because you ain't quiet no more, Chad.
Okay, yeah. So that's why he was kind of shook about Matthew. He said, "How this nerdy, quiet guy could be playing on the same level, playing on the same field I'm playing on?" And it hurt his ego. So yeah, don't discount the quiet guys, y'all.
Another thing that Matthew was saying, like, this dude ain't even on my caliber.
That's what I'm trying. To me, that's when you all your ego, you're all in your own false narrative of who you are. Because I don't know, the women told you was fine, yada yada yada, and you believe that, and you see this guy out here with a button-up shirt and glasses on, and you don't think he can do the same thing you can do. Don't fall for that.
He gonna tell Matt, the guy, that little nerdy guy that was sitting on the couch with him, saying, "Now, if it was you, much respect."
I'm just saying, wait. I said, bro, who you tell that to? This dude like he weighs 120 pounds soaking wet. Oh yeah, Clay was telling this dude that's sitting on the couch. This dude look like he weighs like 125 pounds soaking wet. And then if it was you, much respect to you because you look like a player. This guy, I said, do you know what a player look like? You know what I'm saying?
I was confused.
I was real confused. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
he just full of fluff and he's just trying to say anything.
I said, Clay. The problem is, bro, your ego is damaged, your ego is hurt, and you've been humbled. Just keep it real.
So the next thing, you got Brittany at 24, Kenneth 25. So it seems like they got a good connection.
Which one of them? Which one is those there?
They got a good connection, and let's see. They talk about that their Kenneth is that black.
Okay,
is black guy.
He's the principal. Yeah, he's the principal.
And it seems like that with her mom. Let's see. His mom died of cancer when he was 12 years old. They got a lot of similarities. Her father died when she was 5 years old. He had he suffered from.
He was alcoholic.
And stuff like that.
His liver and pancreas gave out on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she asked him, what you feel about kids? He said, I want at least 2. She was like, 2? What about twins? He was like, yeah. He said, my mom's a twin. And she's like, oh my gosh, my mom was a twin as well, but her twin died in a car accident. And she explained it was very gory. She explained how
I thought it was intriguing.
Gory.
Oh, it's gory.
Gory how she died. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gory how she died. And she was like, but the fact too is that, her mom lost her sister, her twin sister, but then she was born on her mom and twin sister's birthday, which she say now to this day that she acts just like her auntie, you know what I'm saying? And so now it's kind of like, but yeah, it was just very intriguing how they had a lot of similarities, you know what I'm saying?
And it seemed like they're a pretty good couple, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes.
Let's see, honey, when they see each other,
yeah.
Chad.
Kenneth, I'm gonna say something about Kenneth. Kenneth to me seemed like to me personally, he seemed like he's like a little out of place on the show. But I'm gonna give him a benefit of the doubt, and maybe he'll surprise people on the show. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. So Chelsea and Jimmy are on a date. So that's when she pretty much he kind of apologized. She apologized to him because she was saying that, you know, she got married and all that stuff. He was like, no need to apologize and nothing like that. You know, I'm good, you know. But yeah, they both feeling each other and stuff like that. I didn't feel like she had to apologize, Chad, because she got a divorce. And that was him that couldn't take it. He was having a bad day. So Jessica is crying. Child, she shouldn't have been on this show talking about, I miss my daughter. Oh, I got the fan. Oh my gosh, I miss her. She's on spring break. Oh my gosh, I miss her.
Yeah, see, to me, that's a bad sign if you're a man trying to date this woman. If you're going to act like this when you're away from your daughter, can we go out on a cruise or something without the child? Or are you going to act like this when, you know, we
That's
out
true.
traveling without the child? So, yeah, so that's something a guy has to think about when they're trying to date this woman, in my opinion.
She said, all I do is I want my husband and I want my daughter. Girl, bye. It just seems like that's all she wants is a husband, honey. That's all she wants is a husband. She not really trying to, because then she called him, one of the men, hey, husband. And she said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she desperate,
Oh,
man.
she really and truly
desperate.
So Jessica's on the date with Jimmy. And so she crying, you know, stuff like that. And
there's a lot of crying going on this show, man. Everybody's crying, man. I guess to apply for this show and to get qualified for the show, you got to be a crier.
Just like them folks on Married at First Sight, they was crying. If y'all didn't watch our review, watch our review. But they was crying. Everybody was crying. I said everybody.
The only person I've seen cry on that show so far is that one person.
Becca was crying, Lauren was crying, and then Emily was crying. So everybody was crying. So so yeah, so she was saying she missed her daughter and stuff like that. He was like, oh, he said he understands, but she said, I don't want you to think that, you know.
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late.
I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm gonna always be talking about my daughter. He said, well, tell me some stuff about it. So she's talking about
I can talk about my daughter now? Can I talk? Oh wow. Hey, but ladies, it's fine. If you have a child, you can talk about it. But it's a place and time for that, in my opinion. You know, if I'm trying to get to know you, let me get to know you.
Well, okay? Yeah, but I don't want to get to know you on the basis that you're crying, that you're missing your daughter. Let's have a conversation about your daughter, but not because...
That's what I'm saying. You know, bring your daughter up in conversation, right. But, you know, I'm not trying, you know, I'm trying to date you. You know, so I understand your whole package. You can give me the basic information about your child. Yeah. And we can go from there. But she crying about her daughter, talking about her daughter. I miss my daughter. Why are you on the show?
Tears got the fan in her face.
So that's too much for me.
So anyway, so she said, well, let me tell me some stuff about yourself. So he, you know, he got 5 siblings. It seems as though his oldest sister was adopted, you know, because it seems as though that his parents was previously married before they became his parents, technically, before they got married. They was previously married before, but their spouses passed away. And it seems as though that his mama adopted the daughter from the other man. Oh, I see, Chad, that's a lot. But anyway, so yeah, and then she said her story on how, you know, she was in the foster care because both of her parents were addicts, and daddy went to prison, he got out, and then the mama took her, then the daddy took her and all that stuff with her. She ended up in the system and so forth and so on, child. And here she is today. She said, I know it go dark, but, you know, stay with me.
Yeah, that was dark. And I'm saying, you sure they don't run in the family? We have kids, and they gonna be having issues like that, because that's a lot she had going on, man.
She had a lot. So anyway, so they still, you know, he seemed like he's smitten by her. He really, I don't know if he's gonna make his choice with Chelsea or Jessica, but he is definitely smitten by Jessica. And he said the child thing, you know, somebody was asking, he said, well, you know, he just don't know how he feel about it, because, you know, he don't want to come into her life and she don't like him. Like, you ain't my dad, you know.
And that's why I say you guys tell people up front about you having kids, because I've been through that before. Trying to date a woman, the child don't like you. You ain't my daddy. You can't tell me what to do. And he's like, man, I don't want to put no hands on no child. So yeah, let me remove myself from this situation. So yeah, man. So yeah, you gotta tell people that.
Chelsea and Trevor, you know, they like each other. Now she was like, you know what I'm saying? Now you ain't gonna tell me you got no mullet. I love a man with a mullet. And what he got?
A mullet.
And he was like, wait a minute, you got to be kidding me. And he said he got one. She said, no, you're lying. You know, so.
Yeah, that's production, man. Come on, there ain't no coincidence like that. You know, come on. How many men around here rocking mullets now? It's 2020 now. You said 1990s or late 1980s. Okay, a lot of guys are rocking the mullets and the shags and whatnot. But now, year 2024, you don't see a lot of mullets out there. So yeah,
Let's see. So they spin by each other. It seems like, honey, they can go now. Chelsea is found her match and Trevor found his match. So Johnny is asking Amy to marry him. And I love them as a couple. They are just too cute. So she said yes, and we're gonna see them see each other for the first time on the third episode, child. And he is gonna be fascinated over that woman.
Amy is the one from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, from Puerto Rico. So let's move on. So this last part, Matthew comes to talk to AD. And he said that, Amber left.
Oh, she said that. No, that's right. Did he say that?
He did say it. He said Amber left. And so she was like, well, how you feel? Like, are you okay with that?
Dude's trying to fight back tears, man.
And so she said, well, I hear you sniffling. You got a cold? Or have you been crying? He never did answer that question.
No, and she knew he was crying. And AD figured like, man, he crying because Amy left. So that tells me right there, Amy was his choice.
He said, you know what? America loves a good underdog. And so he said that, and America is going to be on my side. I said, what? She said, hold up. Are you here for the lights and the camera? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was just weird, so it was very, very weird that he started talking about that. So it was almost like, are you just here? I'm saying, are you just here for the cameras? He said, well, you know what? I know that you're probably going to, of course, not choose me or, probably kind of going in this, because of everything, I want to be with you, but I know you're not going to, whatever. And plus you probably got other connections or whatever. And she said, yeah, I do, and so she said, well, you sound a little devastated. Is it because of Amber? Because she left? And, he said, well,
no, he said, this is what he said. He said, well, I broke somebody's heart on national television.
Did you read my note?
No, that's what I remember.
No, you sure over here looking at my note.
You're going a little too slow. He said, yeah, I broke somebody's heart on national television. She said, somebody? You broke my heart too.
She didn't say that.
What'd she say?
She said somebody. And then that's when he said, and I broke yours today. She didn't say, because she really too was like, because she started frowning up like somebody.
He was talking about Amber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she realized that he was talking about Amber. And that's why, that's why she made that face. And she walked out, right?
She was like, bye.
And he said, I'm going to go find Amber to get this show. He flipped the table over, kicked the door down, walked out.
When he got ready to go back into the men's lounge and stuff. So, yeah, he did say, I'm leaving. I'm going to go find Amber. I was like, dude.
I'm going to find Amber. Bruh, it's like this. That's fine. You can go find Amber, but that doesn't mean you're going to be on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But America loves an underdog, child, so they was rooting for you. No, they ain't, baby.
Matthew,
you done showed your butt.
You dropped the ball, brother. You told two women the same thing, and they knew each other. So yeah, that's on you, man. That's your fault.
But anyway, on that note, you guys, that's episode 1 and 2. We will review 3 and 4 and the rest of them because it's 6 of them that they were released on us.
I don't know why they do that, man. God, that irritates me, man. That's 6 some hours watching TV. You gotta come film.
Yeah.
That's just.
But anyway, but yeah, y'all make sure that y'all like this video, share it. We want to get it out in that YouTube algorithm, honey. We want to push it up in the algorithm. So hopefully y'all liked our review, and we will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I'll put God first.
Deuces.